Researching your family and your community sometimes has an interesting outcome. In 1978, I met the love of my life while we were both in the U.S. Army stationed at Fort Benning, Georgia. Vicki from upstate New York on the shores of Lake Ontario, and me from the mountains of East Tennessee. Long before my time, my hometown of Pittman Center was the dream of Dr. John Sevier Burnett, not as a town but as an education center for the mountain people. The boys were taught diverse types of woodworking, shop class. The girls, sewing, cooking, weaving were among just a few of the skills that were taught at Pittman Center. To achieve his dream, Dr. Burnett sought the help of Reverend Eli Pittman of Elmira, New York. With Reverend Pittman's support, Dr. Burnett was able to achieve his goal. In 1923, the Pittman Community Center was established, and teachers were brought from various places around the country. Most had a connection with the Methodist Church. In the year 2000, we were visiting with Vicki's family in upstate New York, and she was doing some family research. One of her aunts had brought over some pictures and papers, and my wife was copying them. I picked up the top piece of paper of the stack and read it. It turned out to be the obit for Vicki's great-grandfather, George Ladd Burgess, and his funeral was conducted by Reverend Eli Pittman, the same person Pittman Center was named for. Talk about amazement. In the early 1900s, George Ladd Burgess the elder moved his family to Newark, New York, near Rochester, New York, where he worked for a company that was working on the Barge Canal, now the Erie Canal system. In August 1911, George was in an accident where he was killed while coupling train cars. Less than 6 months later, February 1912, his son George Ladd Burgess Jr. died of pneumonia after having a steam shovel explode, damaging his lungs beyond repair. The two men were the great-grandfather and great-great-grandfather of Vicki Bowman Fisher, who grew up never realizing that one day she would be living and working at the school in the mountains of East Tennessee, where the person who presided over her grandfather's burial helped form. Looking forward to seeing y'all at the King Family Library. Just numerous things you may be able to look up.